a little squeeze and sit up tall for me. And just take a big breath in, feel your ribs expand out to the side, and then squeeze the ball a little bit as you exhale and feel that inter-abdominal pressure kind of tightening. Inhale, ribs go out, abs release, exhale, tighten it up. Inhale, abs go loose, ribs go out, exhale, it all comes in and you squeeze the ball a little bit. I want 2 more like that, just some awareness of breathing and then connecting that core. Inhale to take a big breath. Exhale to let it out. Now we're gonna take the little ball, legs out long if your hammies will let you, soften your knees if you need to. Put the ball under one hand. Reach the other hand out to the side, and then I'm gonna have you do a nice little side bend over, and then come up tall. Do 3 more of those. I need to admit someone else into the meeting. Reach up and over, staying on that same side. Breathing in and out. Last side bend to this side. And then bring it up. Take your ball, put it in the other hand. The free hand goes out to your side to the tee. Pressure on that ball. Roll the ball out and get a nice little side bend stretch. And then bring it back up nice and slow. So you're pressing on the ball, just warming up that spine and that breath. A couple more here. Reach up and over as you breathe in, and then bring it back. Reach up and over, and bring it back. Okay, so from here, we're gonna go to our sides. We'll get a little warm up of the spinal rotation. So I'm gonna lay on my right side. You can lay whichever side you want. We're gonna do both. And then knees are going to be in that hook line position. I'm gonna straighten my bottom leg without kicking my door, and let my top knee just rest on the floor. And top hand goes on top of the ball. You're gonna support your head, not up on your golf tee shape, but down low. And just put your hand on the side of your head for a little bit of support of your neck. And then we're gonna roll the ball forward a little bit. I have mine on the edge of my mat so we won't have a steep up. And just roll it forward, letting your shoulders turn towards your mat. And then exhale, pull the ball back towards you. This should feel really nice in your spine, but safe. Keep your pelvis stable, but it can move a little bit. Breathe in and out. Exhale as you pull it back. Inhale as you reach it forward. So just a little rotation of that spine, supported by the ball. Do that one more time. This feels good to me. I'm a little sore in some spots today from previous workouts. And bring it back in. All right. So from here, we're going to flip around to the other side. Roll over or turn around. Same setup here. We're going to take the bottom leg long in line with your torso, and then the top knee can just go forward. You can keep your knees stacked if that feels better to you. Supporting your head, so not on the full golf tee, so you let your torso rotate. Top hand on the ball, reaching long out in front of you. Yep. And then roll the ball forward. And then so the ball goes from my fingertips kind of up to my pulse part of my wrist. And I rotate that spine. Go to the range of motion that feels good to you. You'll get the spinal rotation, the breath, and that nice mobility. Yeah, that feels good, right? One more time forward, and then bring it back. All right, from here, we're going to sit up. And now I need the little ball to go behind your back by your sacrum like a little bunny tail. Gonna act as a little door stopper, okay? And we're gonna just do a little imprint release of our spine, or basically our little posterior tilt. So start up tall on your sits bones with as neutral of the spine as you can. And then I just want you to tilt your pelvis back. A little rotate under. and then coming back up. And rotate and come back up. So just that little pelvic curl under and bring it back up. Curl the pelvis under and bring it back up. 2 more like that. Just curl it under. So we're doing that little posterior tilt of the pelvis, imprinting that spine, and then coming back up top. Last time, roll it back, and then bring it up. From here, we're gonna do a little hip release. So if you can hold that little bit of an imprint, you can always put your hands down or hold the back of your thigh if you need to. We're gonna take the right leg straight out in front of us, turn it out, and then slide it back in and close the knee. So same leg, straighten the leg, just slide it along your mat, turn the hip out, and then slide your foot kind of like into frog to come back in. I'm gonna lower my other leg for a second so you can see. Straight out, turn, pull it in, and back up. Okay, 2 more like that. Straight out, rotate it out, pull it in, close it. So your abs are doing some work to stabilize you as we mobilize that hip. Pause. If you need to sit up for a moment, do so. I will, so you guys feel like it's loud. Find your little imprint again. Same leg, opposite direction. So now drop the knee out to the side, slide it out, rotate it to neutral, bring it back in. Rotate, slide it out, pull it in. Rotate, slide it out, parallel to pull it in. 2 more. Rotate it out, slide it out, parallel to pull it in. Rotate it out, slide it out, parallel to pull it in. Okay, sit up for a moment. We're gonna do the same thing on the other leg. 5 to 6 on each side. You know my counting skills. They haven't improved just. Roll it back. And now slide that left leg straight out, turn it out, pull it in and rotate it back. Slide it out, turn it out, pull it in and up. Slide it out, turn it out, pull it in and up. Slide it out. You're breathing, right? Feeling those abdominals compressed. Last time on this direction. Pause, lengthen up for 1 moment, breathe. Find your imprint, so you're just trying to feel that ball, roll up your back a little bit. Now drop the knee out to the side, slide it long, parallel to pull it in. Drop it out, and then pull it in. Feeling those abdominals compressing to stabilize you. Drop it, slide it, parallel to pull it. Drop it, slide it, parallel, pull it in, and sit all the way up. Okay, so we're gonna take the ball and move it up to our shoulder blades. So just roll yourself back and the ball goes between your scapula, okay? And then you're gonna have as neutral of a spine as you can. So my shirt's too close to the back color, but as you can see, I can put my hands under my back. So that position is not gonna change. I want ribs to hips connected, feet planted on the floor. Now reach your hands straight out in front of your chest. Not all the way to the ceiling, because we're on a incline, right? So abs in, protract your shoulders, squeeze the ball with your shoulder blades. Reach away, squeeze it back in. Inhale to reach, exhale to pull it in. Inhale to reach, exhale to pull it in. 2 more. Inhale to reach, exhale to pull it in. Inhale to reach, exhale to pull it in. Now holding this position, give me an arm scissor. Bring them back together and the other way. If your shoulder doesn't like this, make it smaller. The goal is core stability as you move those arms and then getting a little stretch on the chest and shoulders. Breathe, breathe, breathe. All right, put your hands behind your head and then you can either straighten your legs out to where your feet are still on the floor or straighten them all the way out. I'm gonna keep them slightly bent. It's a little nicer, and so I'm gonna give you guys that option, okay? So hands behind the head, I want you to pull your elbows slightly forward and feel the bottom of their scapula, like kind of that serratus connect, so front and back of the armpit, and then I'm pushing my head into my hands, so there's no tension in my neck. Now, from here, we're gonna extend over the ball, like you're trying to look towards the ceiling. And then bring yourself just back to neutral, okay? Inhale as you extend over the ball and come back to neutral. If you need to move the ball an inch, you can if it's not in the right spot. Flex over the ball and come up. Those ribs to hips, those abdominals are not changing positions, right? They're down, compressing to stabilize the spine. One more like this. Bring it back to neutral. Now, from neutral, keep your pelvis still, flex up a little bit, and come back to the neutral. So it's small, ribs slide towards your hips, and back to your neutral. Exhale, and inhale. Exhale, and inhale. 3 more. Curl up a little bit, and back down. Curl it up, and back down. Curl it up, and pause. All right, now we combine them. We're gonna go over the ball and all the way up, okay? So flex or extend over the ball, and then flex all the way up. Can you keep that lumbopelvic area still as you extend thoracic spine, stretching the abs as you reach over, shortening them as you come back up. Breathe in and out. Safe on our backs because they're staying still, head is supported, so safe on our necks. 4 more, full range, over and up, over, exhale, pull it up, breathe, 1 more time, you got it, and then bring yourself up. Bring yourself all the way up to seated. Now, we're gonna put the little ball under your feet. So the toes to ball of the foot on there, and then you're gonna lay back down. We're gonna do a little hamstring curl, and then we're gonna take it into our double leg stretch, okay? So go ahead and roll yourself back down, or lower yourself down to the floor, okay? Feet on top of the ball. So you're gonna test it a little bit. Just how close into your hips, feet to the seat can you go, okay? So roll the ball out a little bit. I'm gonna flex my feet a little bit as I do that, and then pull it back in. So you're getting a little hamstring curl on your ball. Pull it in, lengthen it out. Pull it in. You feel the hamstrings a little bit? Now keep your abs nice and tight and your spine neutral if you can. A little imprint if you need it nicer. All right, so there's our little hamstring check, okay? So we're gonna curl head and chest up if that's appropriate for you. If not, keep your head down. You can have your hand behind your head if you need to. Otherwise, we're reaching towards our shin. We're gonna roll the ball out as we reach overhead. It goes up to my Achilles this time. And then I'm gonna circle my arms around, scooping back to my shin. My pelvis and low back are not changing. Inhale, reach. Exhale, scoop it back in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, scoop it back in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull that ball with those hamstrings. Inhale, reach. We have 3 more. Exhale. Now 2 more. Reach and pull. Reach and pull. 1 more for good measure, even though I know it made 1 extra one. Pull it up. Now grab the ball if you can. Lay it back down. Okay. So we're going to put the ball between our thighs, and we're going to do a little warm-up bridge. So feet closest to you, but not touching your hips. Hands down to the mat, open across your collarbones, head in line with your spine. I'm gonna do the pelvic curl or the hip roll. So we're gonna start by imprinting or pulling the pelvis towards us and then peeling my spine up bone by bone by bone, reaching knees long and a little pressure on that ball. And then I'm gonna release the pressure on the ball as I melt my sternum, my middle back, my rib cage, through my low back, and then to that neutral spine. So a little pressure on the ball on the way up. So a little squeeze without trying to pop it. Tilt your pelvis, peel your spine up, reach those knees long. Inhale, and then exhale, melt your spine down. Slowly, bone by bone by bone, and lengthen back out. 3 more curl, hip roll bridges. So pelvic curl first, squeeze the ball a little bit as you peel it up, breathe, and then melt it back down, nice and slow. Again, press down with your arms a little bit, peel it up. Let's hold this one up and give it a little squeeze, a little press. a little press, a little press. Yep, you got it. 5, 4, 3, knees keep reaching long. 2, 1, and roll it all the way back down. Okay, rock or roll yourself up to seated. The ball is gonna go back under those shoulder blades, okay? We're gonna go back into that little neutral spine or slightly imprinted, so that space under our back, okay? And then reach arms long by your side if you can, not on the floor, but long by your hips, okay? Bring your right leg to tabletop. And then reach it long and pull it back in. Set that down. Just a little check here. Can you pull that leg to tabletop, reach it out, and back in? Yeah, we okay there? All right, so we're gonna start pumping our arms for hundreds. Bring your right leg to tabletop. And then inhale, knee stays bend. Exhale, lengthen it out. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, bend. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, bend. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, bend. Exhale, lower that foot down. Inhale, lift your other left leg. Exhale, extend it. Inhale, bend it. Exhale, extend it. Are you keeping your ball inflated? Or are you sinking into it? Try to keep it inflated. Inhale, pull the knee in. Exhale, reach it out. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, out. Inhale, in. Exhale, out. Inhale, bend it. Find the floor on your exhale and bring yourself up to seated. Little ball in your hand. So guys, I'm going to show you here. If I find just 1 or 2 fingertips, I want the ball to be able to roll like a little axis. Like my fingers are the axis and the ball's the wheel. Okay, makes sense? So put the ball on your shins towards your feet in that little, make it a wheel, right? And then we're going to roll the ball up our shin and curl our pelvis under. So the ball's on your thigh. And then round your spine, rolling the ball back towards your shins. So this is a little bit of a kind of a roll up prep. We're gonna roll halfway back and then roll it forward. So as you come up, we're still in that C shape, but we're rolling back to the ball, make it to your thigh above your knee, maybe. Each time, see, you can go a little further, but find your spot. Option to roll all the way down to the floor. Roll the ball up your thigh, and flex over. That first one's always really hard for me. So you can take this into kind of a full roll up. Your knees are soft, but not too close to you. Exhale, you flex up, rolling the ball up and down your shin. Again, stopping with the halfway if that's what's appropriate for your body today. Curl it up. Can we do one more? You can. Roll it down with control. Roll it up, flex over your shins, and bring yourself up top. Okay, we're gonna put our right Achilles, lower part of your calf by your heel, on the ball, okay? And that leg's gonna go straight out. Now find your way back to the floor, so if you can roll down, great. Use your hands to help if you need to. Lay yourself all the way back down. If you started to lose your ball, reset. Now our goal with this is to keep our ball as still as we can. Bring your left leg to tabletop and then straighten it up. Keep the knee a little soft if you need to. Side of the waist even on both sides. Abdominals compressing to help support those hips. We're gonna press down into the ball with that right heel just a little bit. And then pull your left leg across your body, down towards the floor, and back up to the sky for a pause. The circle can be as big or small as you can kind of stabilize and up. Inhale over, exhale, bring it up. Inhale it over, exhale, bring it up. 2 more. Are you pressing into that ball a little bit? Left oblique should be firing to help support that right hip. Pause at the top. Ready? Reverse it. Take it away from your body. Down, bring it up, pause. Open, down, bring it up, pause. Open and close. 2 more. Down, around, and up. Down, around, and up. And then we're gonna bring that foot down. If you can use your feet to switch the ball, try that. If you need to sit up, you can. You can use your other foot to help. All right, so the left Achilles calf heel area on that ball. Right leg to tabletop. Check into your spine. Is it nice and aligned? And you're not hiking the hip up. Right leg to the sky. Pressing hands into the mat if you need to, but pressing that heel down is going to activate, open that front of the hip so those obliques are compressing. Go across your body, down towards the floor, up to the sky. Inhale as you go. Exhale up. Inhale to start. Exhale up. Inhale, exhale up. Inhale, exhale up. Inhale, exhale up. One more time. Pause at the top. Now go the other way. Away from your body, down across the midline and up. Away, down and up. You should feel those abdominals and the hip extensors in the opposite leg, stabilizing you as you do this. One more time. Pause at the top. Bend the knee. And then we're going to rock ourselves up to seated. Okay, so from here, we're going to do a little rolling like a ball hold with the option of rolling like a ball if it's safe for your spine. I want you to put your ball behind your thighs. So you're going to kind of hold it without over-engaging hamstrings, hands on the side of your shins, and we're going to find our little C curve, so just the back edge of the sits bones, and then hover your feet off the floor. Just find your balance. Pull your belly in, hold, hold, and set it down. So you can stay right there, just finding the abs, challenging your balance. Or as we inhale, we're gonna pull the belly in, roll back to the shoulders, exhale, come up to balance. Try to keep your same shape. The ball, be honest, you can't flip your legs out, but you can, but you might lose your ball. Okay, ready? As you inhale, curl back. Exhale, come up, find your balance. Roll it back. Try 5 of them. Roll back, don't go past your shoulder blades. Roll it back and up. Roll it back and up. Curl it back, up and balance. Hold, 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 hold. Pull the abs in and feet to the floor. Remove the ball. It is now going to go under our low back like that bunny tail again, okay? So wedge it up against your sacrum on your mat. Hold the back of your thighs if you need to. We're going to curl the tailbone under and roll back into the ball a little bit. So I want your pelvis tucked under a little bit without over squeezing hamstrings. Make it abs and then lengthen the rest of your spine. Hands come out in front of you, okay? So from here, we're going to do a little bit of our earthquake. So those scissors we did earlier, we're going to do again here. Reach one arm up to the sky, the other one down, and bring it in. And reach, and bring it in. And reach, and bring it in. Reach, breathing, abs pulling in. You should be about a 45 to 50 degree angle away from your thighs. One more time, and then bring it up. Okay, we're gonna try our crisscross oblique abdominals from here, okay? So roll that, find your spot, that quiver spot where you start feeling a little bit of an earthquake shake. And then I want you to bring the right leg to tabletop, hands behind your head. Twist towards that knee with your rib cage. Lengthen your leg out long as you come to center. Stay on the same side. Twist and reach. You can keep the foot on the floor if you need it a little bit nicer. And just rotate without the leg action. One more. Put that foot down. Set up tall for a second. Okay. Reset, realign. We have 2 legs. Curl that tailbone under. Hold the back of your thighs if you need to find position. Pull belly button into ball. Lengthen your upper spine. Hands behind your head. Left leg up. Now, rotate towards that bent knee. Lengthen it as you come back to center. Twist and reach. Breathe. Breathe. Pull those abs in. You can always keep that foot on the floor. We have 4. Reach. 3, 2, 1. Feet down. Sit all the way up. All right. Our bow and arrow abs. So this is just arms. Feet are going to stay still. So another rotation. So curl your tailbone under just a little bit. Back edge of sits bones. Pull your belly button into the ball. Lean back on that 45 degree angle. I'm going to pull my left elbow back and look over that shoulder, twisting. Bring it back to center. Twist the other way. So arms are doing our Robin Hood bow and arrow. Or you can be Katniss if you like Hunger Games. Inhale and exhale. Reaching, twisting long in that spine if you can. One more time and sit all the way up. All right. Ball in your hand. We're gonna roll down to our back, but if you can do the little axis wheel, put the ball on your shins or ankles, flex over your legs, and then we're gonna roll it back all the way to the floor. Don't worry, we're not coming back up. Roll it all the way to the floor. Okay, so this is a variation of our shoulder bridge. I want you to start with the ball overhead a little bit. Knees are bent, feet flat on the floor, in line with your hips. So from here, compress your abdominals, tighten those abs, and in one piece, draw bridge, hinge, pelvic lift bridge. All the same thing. Lower your hips down, flex your upper spine, put the ball between your knees. Lower back down, arms overhead, tighten abs, lift hips, squeeze ball for a bridge. Hips come straight back down, curl up to take the ball away. We're playing catch with our ball. Roll the shoulders down, head and shoulders on the mat, lift up into your bridge, balls in your hands. Lower your hips, curl head and chest up, ball between your thighs. Roll back down, keep some pressure on the ball. Lift the pelvis straight up, that drawbridge. Lower it down. Chest lift to grab the ball. Roll the head and shoulders back down. Ball overhead a little bit. Lift the hips. Lower the hips. Curl up. Ball between your knees. Squeeze the ball as you roll down and lift your pelvis. Lower down. Curl up to take the ball. Roll it back down. Lift the hips, lower the hips, curl up, lower down, lift and hold this bridge. All right, here's your challenge. We're gonna push the right knee into the ball, and the left leg is not letting it go anywhere. So the left leg, you're like, don't let me move. And then release. Now, opposite, keep your right leg still. Push with your left, so a little inner thigh with the left, trying to push the right leg away, but it doesn't need to go anywhere. And bring it back. Again, right leg pushes, left leg resists. Feel those hip muscles. And then pause, and then left leg tries to push the right one away, but right one doesn't let it win. Bring it back, hips straight back down. Curl up, grab your ball, lay down. All right, we're gonna put the ball under our sacrum or pelvis, so bridge up just to put the ball under your tush. So it's not in your low back, it's on your tailbone sacrum area, right? Okay. Now, we're gonna find a slight imprint. So I just want you to feel like you slid the ribs and hips a little closer together, lengthening the low back, but just shortening those abs. Again, there's space under my back. That space is not supposed to change. Hands down on the mat to stabilize you. Bring right leg to tabletop. Find your stability. Bring the left leg to tabletop. Tighten your abdominals. Keep them still. Toe tap, right foot to the floor, and bring it up. If you can't reach the floor, that's okay. I don't want you to change your knee angle. You guys look great. Abs in, a little toe tap. Now pause when you're back to tabletop. Okay, can we keep our pelvis and back still and lower both legs to the floor? Oh, maybe. And then bring them back up. Don't go all the way down if you start to roll on your ball. Pull those abs in and bring it back up. Lower and scoop, pull in, compress those abdominals to stabilize that down and pull it up. One more time like that. Bring it down, up, and then hug your knees in for a second. All right, we are going to go right into our scissors. So if you'll straighten your legs up to the ceiling, find that abdominal connection in case you lost it on our break, which is fine. So abs in, hands pressing down. Now, legs as straight as you can keep them. Take one leg to the floor. Give it a little extra reach. Inhale as your legs go to the sky. Exhale as you reach, and a little more. Inhale up. So it's a 1, 2, 3 is up. 1, 2, 3 is up. 1, 2, and up. Exhale, exhale. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, exhale. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, exhale. Inhale to the sky. One more each leg. and hug your knees in. All right, for a little coordination challenge, we're gonna try a few bicycles. So bicycle is our scissor split, and then we bend one leg through tabletop, like a slow motion bicycle. So start with your legs to the sky, pull those abdominals in, reach one leg out to your scissor. The leg that's farthest away from you, you're gonna bend that knee. Your legs will pass in space, and then you're gonna straighten both legs out to that scissor split. Bend the other knee to pull it towards you and split your legs. Pull and split. Tabletop to pass. Pull and split. Pull and split. Are the sides of your waist evenly long? Are your abdominals compressing? Pause in this split. Reverse. Bend your top knee towards that tabletop shape. Scoop it to the floor. Pass this. Go to your scissor split. Bend the top knee to scoop. Top knee bends, scoop to your split. Top knee bends, scoop to your split. Top knee, try to pause with your split, like you could take a quick picture. So you have to keep it slow so it's muscles and not momentum. One more time, hug both knees in. All right, we're gonna do our laterally rotated Pilates stance and crisscross our legs as we lower them to the floor and lift them to the floor. So start with your legs up, slightly rotate it out, feel the seat muscles and the deep belly muscles. And then we're gonna go cross ankle, right over left, left over right, and then start lowering your legs towards the floor, crisscrossing on the way down, and then crisscrossing on the way up. Inner thighs are working a little bit, abs are working a lot, hip flexors are working, hip extensors are working. Controlling your down to your angle that you don't lose that back position, and crisscross back up. Two more full range. Crisscross as you go down, crisscross as you come back up. Little variation of our double leg lowers. Crisscross it down, crisscross it up. And I can't ever count because I'm too busy talking, so we'll go down and bring it up. And hug your knees in. All right, cross your ankles. So you're just a little bit turned out, but your knees are pretty narrow. And then pressing into the floor, head and shoulders still. Can you curl your knees towards your shoulders, inflating your ball and lowering back down? So it's a little rollover prep or just a little reverse crunch. Try not to overpress with your triceps, but think inflate the ball, deflate the ball. A little pelvic curl, reverse crunch. Two more. Scoop, scoop. Find the floor with your feet, bridge up, remove your ball, and then rock yourself up to seated. All right, so we're gonna go onto our belly, face down, prone, for a little of our, some of our swan and swimming variations. Okay, so you guys, I want you to start with the ball out towards the end of your mat, your elbows soft, and we're gonna roll, so watch one here. We're gonna roll in with our elbows bent and out, and then our progression will keep in straight arm. You're gonna find the range of motion that works for you. With the first one, we're gonna add a little like grasshopper crisscross legs. So if you listen to my cue, it's not that complicated. So you go knees, knees towards.
Just make sure you're switching your legs. So parallel width. Take the other foot back. Mine is the left. All right. So.
Talking. Oh, that's weird. Okay. Arms out long. Ears between your bicep. Legs turned out and long. I want you to bend your feet are hovering off the floor. Bend your knees. And you're going to cross your ankles as you pull the ball into, lifting your belly. Push your pubic bone down, extending your spine. Uncross your legs, lower your torso. Okay? So shoulder blades are down. Bend your knees, bend your elbows to come up into a little swan crisscross ankle shape. Straighten your legs, lower back down. So there's a little hamstring curl. Roll the ball towards you, bending your elbows, push pubic bone down, pull belly in. Extend your knees, lower your torso. So start by bending knees, crossing ankles, extending torso, extending legs, lowering torso. One more like that. Knees bend, Chest lifts as we extend the upper spine, pulling those abs in, straighten your legs, lower back down. Okay, you can keep doing that one if your spine doesn't like more extension. So hands on the ball, feet pressing into the mat this time, turn out a little bit in the width of your mat. Straight arms if you can, soften elbows if you need to. Now, think abs first, pubic bone presses down because we open the front of the hips as we extend up, maybe a little further, so we're gonna keep arms straight. And then roll it back down. Roll the ball towards you as you slide shoulder blades down, extending from the crown of the head, right? Head in line with the upper spine. Thoracic and cervical stay together. No Pez dispenser necks. Unless you have candy for me, right? Fine. You're gonna feel the backside activate, but think about opening the front side and that will activate that backside. So don't over squeeze the glutes. I want one more like this. Curl it up, hold it, and then lower back down. All right, while we're here, we're gonna go parallel into our swimming. So instead of turning out, parallel your legs, and then hands on the ball. So as we press, or as we lift the right leg, we're gonna press the right hand into the ball. So same side, pressing as lifting. Okay, so let's do a couple slow ones. So zip up your belly, pubic bone down, spine as neutral as you can. Press down with the right hand as you extend the right leg up to the sky, just a little bit, and then lower it back down. Same thing on the other side. Press down with the left hand as you lift the left heel, and lower back down. So right leg lifts and lowers. Your face is not on the mat. It's ever so slightly extended to where this works for your shoulders. If you need to bend your elbows and pull the ball in closer because your shoulder doesn't like that, it's okay. Otherwise, find those diagonal across your back and your front support. A little serape effect. Or your beauty pageant sash. Press, 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 press. One more each side, and then bring it in. Come up to your knees. We're gonna do a little shell stretch. So if it's okay for you to sit back on your heels, if your knees are okay with that, sit your hips back, take your ball out long. Now I want you to pull your abs in, opening your low back, and pull the ball towards you a little bit, and feel that like flexion of the spine, and then lengthen it back out. So kind of like that extended child's pose, just reaching your shell out, and then pull the ball in and your belly to the sky, which opens your low back, and you kind of are hovering off your thighs, and then press back. One more time. Pull that up, stretch out that whole posterior chain a little bit, and then come all the way up onto your knees. Okay, so we're gonna put the ball back between our knees. So you can stay on your knees with that foot injury so that you don't have to come up, but we're gonna start with just a little cat. So your feet can be flat for this one. We're just gonna round the whole spine. So tuck tailbone under, pull the belly in, and then lift towards the ball. And then think lengthen your hamstrings by pushing your tailbone out and extend your spine back long. Two more cats. So start with pelvic curl under, rolling that whole spine up, looking towards your ball. And then initiate, hamstrings lengthen, tailbone reaches, spine extends long. Last time, curl the pelvis under, roll through that whole spine till you're lifting the belly, pressing into the floor with your hands and knees. And then lengthen hamstrings, back, shoulders to your regular cat. Now, we're gonna hover into a little hover plank, squeezing the ball. So the ankle injury, you might wanna just do a modified like on your knee plank with your feet in the air. So if your feet don't like plank, you can go there. Okay, if you need to go to your forearms, that's okay. So I want you to soften the elbows a little bit, hug the floor so you feel the front of the chest muscles activate, front of the shoulders, tuck your toes under, hover your knees, just like you look like you're that crouching tiger. In case you've all been watching that crazy show. Crouching tiger, squeeze the ball. Squeeze the ball. Now twist your knees a little bit to one side, come back to center. Twist to the other side. Keep your head and shoulders still and twist your pelvis. Just small, not so much that your feet go anywhere. A little oblique twist, 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 center, knees down. Get off your wrist for a second. Okay, I'm gonna take this into a full plank and add a little knee tap, okay? It's just small, and again, you can go to your forearms if you need to. We're gonna go strong shoulders. So I'm gonna crawl my legs back so I don't have so far to go with my leg length to get in position. Shoulders and wrists lined up. Straighten your legs, all still between my thighs. I'm gonna lift my belly button to the sky. Now, bend your knees like you're trying to tap the floor, which also adjusts your ankles a little bit. And then reach it back up to plank. Scoop, just like you're about to tap it. Reach it back up. Scoop it in. Reach it out. Scoop it in. Reach it out. Can you do 2 more? Scoop with the belly. Reach. Scoop with the belly. Reach. Hold. Press away from that floor. Pull your belly in. Lengthen from your head to your heel, like a piece of steel. Hold, hold, hold. Knees down. Take the ball out. And reset. All right. If you can sit crisscross applesauce, do so. If that doesn't work for you, straighten your legs out. I'm gonna sit cross-legged. So this is a variation of our saw. I have the ball by my right knee, but I won't say right and left anymore, so you can pick a knee. And both hands go on that ball. So you're already slightly rotated, okay? And then roll the ball away from you, flexing your spine. And then pull the ball back in, okay? So sitting tall, but in your little bit of rotation, roll the ball as if you were gonna reach for your toes if your legs were long. And then pull it back in. 3 more like that, and then we'll switch sides. So exhale, pull the belly in, reach the arms long, look towards the ball. And then restack your spine. Rounding forward, pull the belly in, reach. And then bring it up. Last one on this side. Flex it, reach it forward, pull, pull, pull those abdominals in. And then use the arms and abs to come up top. Other side, put it by your knee. Both hands are gonna go on the ball, so we're slightly rotated, so don't let the ball get too far away from you. And then roll it forward, and then pull it back up. Roll it forward, and pull it back up. Reach and roll, pull abs in. Staying in that rotation, tall spine, and then flex and roll. Abs in, pull it back up. One more time. Roll it forward in your rotation, and then bring it back up. Okay, so I'm gonna turn back sideways, and I'm gonna start with my left hand, just because it's closest to the camera so you'll be able to see. So you guys, we're gonna do an oblique move. This is like a roll down bar move that we do, like rotate and twist with 3 little pulses and come back up, if you guys know that one. We're gonna do it with the ball. So the ball is gonna be just outside of my mat on my left hand. My right hand is just gonna reach forward, straight in line with my right knee and toe. And then I'm gonna roll the ball back. So I'm gonna flex my spine to roll back and push the ball out to the side. And then I'm gonna come up a little bit, down a little bit. So I'm coming in like neutral, flex, neutral, flex, and then I'm gonna roll all the way up top. Okay, so start tall, fingertips on the ball. It'll roll up towards your palm or wrist. So the ball's not super far away from you, but adjust it for your shoulder if you need to. We're gonna roll it back about halfway. And then you're gonna come up just a little bit, back a little bit. So think a little imprint to neutral, imprint to neutral. Are you feeling that opposite side oblique work and then stack all the way tall? So that opposite side abdominal should compress. A couple more, so start tall and then roll it back to your long line. Come up a little bit, tuck the tail under. Up a little bit, tuck the tail under. Up a little bit, tuck under, and then come all the way up. Did y'all feel that on the abdominal side? Yeah? Thumbs up if you did? No? Okay, got a thumb up. All right, so we're gonna switch sides. So put the ball a little bit behind you in your right hand or other side. Start with your free hand reaching over your knee and toe for that alignment. And then you're gonna turn a little bit as you roll that ball back. And then come up a little bit, down a little bit. So it's a little bit of a neutral to an imprint. A little neutral to an imprint. Neutral, imprint, all the way tall. Okay, so start tall, curl back, roll that ball away from you as you round that spine a little bit, and then come up a little bit, down a little bit. Looking towards your ball if you can, just a little bit up and down, sit all the way tall. Okay, again, roll it back to your spot, and then come up a little bit, reach, up a little bit, reach. That abdominal compressed oblique side, and then all the way top. One more like that. So reach as you curl it back, come up a little bit, down. So a little flex, a little neutral. So it's a little C to a J. Reach, reach. Last time, and pull yourself all the way back in. All right, time for some side body. So I'm gonna put the ball under my rib cage. You can adjust it towards the armpit or towards the waist for what works for you. We're gonna start with a little side bend ab and then some side leg. So I'm gonna lay down on my side with the ball under my rib cage, okay? I'm gonna bend my bottom leg into tabletop, so it's a 90-90 kickstand, and then my top leg is long in line with the rest of my body, okay? So you guys, this gets harder based on where you put the ball, okay? So I want you to reach your arms overhead. You can keep the top arm on your thigh for a little bit nicer if your shoulder doesn't like that. It's not about the abs, it's about the shoulder. So I'm gonna try to lift both hands off the floor. And then I'm gonna curl up an inch over the ball. Come up. So try to flex over your ball and then come up. The goal is that you feel that side of the waist compressing as we laterally flex up and over. Reach up and over. You can use your top hand as a kickstand helper if you need to. Give me 2 more. 1 more. Hold that long line. Just hold that long line. And then can you roll your shoulder forward and back a little bit? Teeny twist. Keep your hips still. Don't roll off the ball, but just roll it an inch. 1 more time. And then bring it down. All right. So you can support your head. I'm gonna actually bring the ball down a little bit further on my rib cage for this. And the goal is to stay stable. You can go forearm plankish position or hold your head, whichever one feels better to you. Start with your top hand on the floor, and then we're gonna reach the top leg long, not up to the sky, but just long through that waist. So we're trying not to hike it up, but reach it long, make that leg long. Okay, now we're gonna add a little kick, kick, pull. So our side kick. Okay, so it's a kick, kick, pull. Option to add a little leg. So I'm gonna reach my top hand forward while my leg is back, and then I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna go flex, flex, pull, or you can go overhead. Kick, kick, pull, or you can keep the arms still. Either one is fine. Kick, kick, pull, kick, kick, pull. Try not to fall off your ball. Kick, kick, pull, kick, kick, pull. Last time. Kick, kick, pull, and bring it down. All right, take your ball out from under your rib cage. Lay down on that same side, and then we're gonna straighten the bottom leg, and the ball right above your knee on your inner thigh is going there. So if you remember the move we did at the beginning where we rolled forward for that side, we're gonna kind of do that in reverse. So I support the side of my head, and I keep mine slightly hovered because my neck is more in line, so I have broad shoulders. All right, so from here, I want you to let your pelvis rotate forward and roll the ball, and then bring it back. So we're initiating the movement from that pelvis shifting, and then pull it back. A little shift, and pull it back. Now hold halfway into your little shift. So you're slightly forward, okay? Now, point your bottom leg toe, if you can do so without whacking your door leg. I may have to, I'm pointing mine a little bit. And then I want you to lift the bottom leg and push the knee into the ball. Lower back down. So both inner thighs connect and connect. So press into the ball as you lift that bottom leg. Keep the abdominal muscles stabilizing your spine. Not super hard, but you should feel the connection. 2 and 1. take the ball out, sit yourself up, and go to the other side. Y'all feeling that? Good? Okay, we're on the home stretch. Ball under the rib cage. Lower's a little bit less nice, higher's a little more nice. But find where you're balanced based on your torso to leg length ratio. Bottom leg is bent in that tabletop 90-90 kickstand. Top leg pushing into the floor. Find those inner thighs. Oh, okay, go ahead. I'll send you the recording so you can even up. And then lift. Flex over the ball, flex up. Flex over the ball, flex up. Flex over and up. Over and up. Breathe. Over and up. Over and up. Or more. Side bend, breathing, reaching that top foot into the floor. Now hold your long line. Just hold it. Can you rotate forward and back? Just a little bit. Roll your ball an inch. Pull the abs in, hold your pelvis still. 3, 2, 1. Elbow down. And then we're going, oh, sorry, ball stays there, but move it down a little bit more towards the side of your waist, okay? And then I'm gonna support my head like a little golf tee. And then you can keep bottom leg bent, or you can bring it straight, either one. Bent is a little more stable. We're gonna lift that leg up, make it long through the waist, and then we're gonna go side kick forward, pull it back. So option to add some opposite arm movement to challenge your stability on that ball. The arm movement is totally optional. Flex, flex, point, kick, kick, pull. So if that leg and arm are both reaching away, you get that long line challenge as the arm is forward and the leg is back. Pull, kick, kick, pull. Find your abs. Inflate your ball. 2 more. Kick, kick, pull. Kick, kick, pull. And bring it in. All right. So take the ball out from under your rib cage. Go down to your side. Bottom leg is straight. Top leg is bent. About 90-90. And then supporting your head on your side. Ribs lifted on the bottom, right? And then let the ball roll forward and back, initiating with the pelvis. A little forward and back. A little forward and back. And then find that kind of halfway forward. Feel connected in the trunk. Point that bottom leg toe and then lift. As you lift the leg, push into the ball. Push into the ball. Push into the ball. Everybody finding inner thigh a little bit? Thumbs up if you do. Feeling the stability in the pelvis? Yep. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the ball out, bring yourself up to seated. You can stay facing sideways. I'm just gonna face the camera. I'm gonna bring my legs together, out long. Soften your knees if you got tight hammies or hips. We're gonna do our spine stretch forward. We're gonna roll the ball. So have it start, bent elbow-ish a little bit. Roll the ball towards your toes, flexing your spine. And then press into it a little bit as you stack back up. So just find where you need your fingers on the ball so you can roll it from your fingertips towards your wrist as you reach forward. And then stack back up. Try to pull those toes back towards you. Pull your belly to the wall behind you. So you should feel a whole posterior chain from your heels to your shoulders, getting a stretch and a length. We're gonna do 1 more of those. That feels good. And then bring it back up. Okay, so you guys, from here, we're gonna just do our little mermaid side bend. So you can sit in your Z sit. I have my right leg forward and my left leg back. And then the ball on my right hand. Similar to what we did at the very beginning, but in the Z sit instead of cross-legged. So we're gonna roll out, push that left hip into the floor as we roll the ball out and come up, back up. 1 more just like that. Flex up and over and come back up. We're gonna add rotation to this one. So laterally flex your spine first, and then rotate that free hand down towards the ball. Come back to your side bend and up tall. One more like that. Flex over as you reach over. Hold that flexion as you rotate that hand towards the ball. Come back to your side bend and all the way tall. Switch your legs and your ball to the other side. So in that left leg forward, right leg back, mermaid Z sit. Left hand on the ball, right free hand out to the side. Roll the ball away as you laterally flex that spine, make that rainbow, and come back up. One more like that, pressing into the ball, push that right hip away, lift that right rib cage. Come back up tall. Now we add the rotation if that works for you. Side bend over and then rotate down like you're trying to reach towards the ball. Come back to your side bend, then up tall. Roll the ball away as you laterally flex. Push that right hip into the floor. Stay flexed as you rotate down like you're trying to thread that needle. Come back to your side bend, up tall. I forget if we did 3 on the other side, but I want one more. Side bend over. Rotate down a little bit. Come back to your side bend. Pull yourself all the way back up. And you guys are done.